Okay, I managed to find a way to remove them. So I did this one, I lapped this one already, set it back in there, and I'll show you how I did it. Struggle with that one. So, oh. Okay, right there. See that? That's it. It's that simple. You just push on them. Took a grinding disc to it. Just thinned it off a bit. You know? I cut a piece off. We'll see. Yeah. I saw it go down. Oh, there we go. Got it out. Okay. Now we gotta get it out here. There we go. Okay, there's something I've noticed now. Look at that. There's a seal here. The other ones didn't have one. Oh, is it only because it's the, oh, maybe it's the exhaust. Well, we'll check it out. Yeah, it might be just because of that. Maybe there's none on the intake and only on the exhaust. I hope. Let's hope. Okay, let me pass this on the wire wheel. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but where it's matte, that's the compound that touched. So if it's matte all the way around, it's because they're lapped. See that? Where you got that matte finish there? That's lapped. Okay. down, get the retainer in there. There we go. I think that's it. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Next one. We're getting there, folks. Okay, just before the lapping process, you see how shiny right now this valve is? See, it's all shiny now. So let me lap it and I'll show you. See what I mean? Look at that. You see that matte? I don't know if you guys are picking this up, but you got like a matte line all the way around. Okay, so all valves are lapped, cleaned. Everything is nice and clean in here. Look at that. Look at a crosshatch, man. It's just beautiful. So now we're gonna adjust the valves. So I want to show you what I've done to adjust these valves. You would normally need a special tool to adjust them, but I found a way to get around that. You see these lifters here, they turn really easily. Well, maybe not. There, you see how easy that turns? So it's very hard to adjust the adjustment bolts, the adjustment screws, because they turn. So you have to hold them down. I should be between 14 and 16. So this is 10, 12. Let's get that thing out of there. There we go. Get the valve assembly out. Tight in there. I might have to clean that up a little more. Oh, it's because of the rubber seal. Okay. Whew. I have to go down on this. Stick my thing in here. And we'll go down. Okay, that should be good. The way these things are made is that they're super tight in there. You just got to hold this in order to turn that. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see where we stand. I'm good to 16, 14 to 16 on the exhaust. Okay, this is 16 thou. Okay, I got good drag. And this is 18. Won't go in. So I think we could call it good. Yep. Now this between 10 and 12. Got 10. And it's tight. Okay. So being tight, I have to go down on the adjustment right here. I'm gonna do okay, 10's going in. Let's see if 13 goes in. Yeah, 13 goes in, so I'm too much. There we go. There we go. That should be good. So 13 doesn't go in. I'm pretty sure 10 goes in. Yes, and 12. With just enough drag. Beautiful. These valves are adjusted. Let's put those covers back on. So luckily I have some gasket material. Okay. That should be okay. So let's just make sure that everything stays in there. Like these things. Nice. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We wouldn't want these to pop out. Okay. All of our keepers are there. Let's make sure of that. Yep. Put a bit of oil here. There. I'm gonna put a bit of oil. Okay, right there. Let's get the head back on. Okay, so the top of the bolts, they're torqued to 65 to 70 foot-pounds. So, and the tightening sequence is this guy. Okay, 1, 2, this guy. Go. Now for the manifold. Okay. getting there. Let's put the lightning pack in. Look at that. Inside is the thermostat. Hopefully it works. We'll soon find out. Okay, my fellow tubers. The moment has come. We're gonna start this puppy up. Okay, so I do have some electrical issues. So we're just gonna bumper direct and see what happens. Hopefully it should be neutral. So I was looking at this thing here, and I'm looking at the drawing here, and it says that from my solenoid, right here, number 38 wire is yellow, starter solenoid to terminal block. Okay, so yellow wire goes up, goes in the amp meter on one side, comes out of the amp meter, goes into this terminal block. Okay, so that wire was not plugged in along with the other wires. Okay, it was plugged into this terminal. So somebody must have been here and just connected it wrong. So now the number 38 wire is going into there, and this one here is number 37. It's a yellow regulator to terminal block. So the second yellow one goes there, and then this one down here is the key switch, the ignition lock. So I have 3 wires plugging into there now. So that's what I did. I got those 3 wires plugged in there. And now the other terminal post here, what we got to do is number 16, so that's one of the key switch wires, and then the other one goes down here all the way there and goes into the coil. So this wire is 24. 24 should be a red one, right? Red coil to terminal block. So red, right there. I'm gonna check out the with the ohm meter if that's the same red, and that one basically should go to this guy here. He should go right there. And is that it? And then the key switch one. The other key switch one is Well, I'm gonna have to find that because I don't see it right now. Key lock. That's funny. They tapped the lights into that one, and it shouldn't be. Yeah, they tapped into the lighting system. So I'm gonna have to number 16. Go there, down there, here to the ignition lock. Yeah. Terminal block. Blah blah blah. Okay. Battery starter switch. That's the foot pedal. We're gonna look into that one also because that's not working. Okay, I'm gonna tighten those leads and I'll get back to you. Okay, well, let's see if she starts. Okay, so she don't want to start. Let's just see if we have fire. Here's what I did. I changed that coil. So I got a 12 volt coil, put a resistor on there, and turns it into a 6 volt coil. So we'll give her a little bit of magic gas and see if she fires up. Okay, so basically, since I'm suspecting stuck rings, I put some super thick oil, like 90 weight in there. So that'll bring my compression up, and I'll throw some ether in the carb, try and start it up that way. She's being stubborn. But we shall see. Should give me more compression. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to crack her open. Get those pistons out. Unstick those. Jesus. So this cylinder is giving me 60. That's just not enough. Okay guys, so here's where we're at with this thing. Now after lapping my valves and doing all the valve fixing and cleaning, I took a compression test and that was very deceiving. So I was getting like, you know, I think two of them were giving me maybe 60 psi. One of them was giving me I think 90, and one of them was giving me like 30. So it's not enough to start it. So what I did is I made a batch of ATF and acetone 50-50. I shoved them in the holes here for, now it's been maybe 4 days. So let's see what the compression looks like now. We'll take off these spark plugs. We'll turn her over and check it out. All right, so let's blow this stuff out of here, out of the cylinders, and then we'll take a reading. Under the impression that it might have helped. Let us see. Let us see. Hopefully, it did. It did not. Okay, so that's 60. It's not a lot. Jesus, I really don't want to take those pistons out. I mean, you guys seeing the bores, they just look beautiful. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so that's okay. So that one is at 95, about 92, 95, somewhere around there. This is like 60 something, 60, not much, maybe 65. So we had 60, 95, 65. Be nice if this one was over 90. I think in the beginning I had 0 on this one. So 60 on that one. So there's not much of a difference. Okay, so we'll give this another blast. Some more ATF with now more acetone, just to thin it out a little bit more. Really get the penetrating effect here. I just want them in these 2 cylinders. Shake it over a little bit. It went up a little bit. Okay, see the one in the front. I mean, if we have to put more, we'll put more. But I think that slowly we might be getting to where we want to be. I want to be at least at 90. So this went up. It's like almost 80. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's give it another blast. Okay, so I'm gapping the spark plugs. The book says, the manual says between 25 and 28 thou. So my thickest one is 26 thou. I mean, I could add them up and put 28, but 26 is fine. So I'm getting there right now. Little love taps. Getting there. Okay. Maybe a little more. Okay, that's perfect. Also, I want to give this machine as the best chance possible, so I got a new carb for it. We're gonna get set up, and he's got him, little bugger. I should hang him and use him as an example to the others. So we're gonna get set up and do this. We're gonna try and start it. Jesus, we're having a hard time starting this, but we're getting there. Those rings are slowly unsticking. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna turn it over a little bit, get all the the old crap out. So I got some Champion RJ12YCs. That's what the guy at Napa gave me. So we'll try it out. I hope it gives nice lightning. Okay, so firing order is 1243. So we have one here. Alright, so we have spark, somewhat compression on at least 3 of them. Fuel. Let's try her out and see what happens. This is like the 30th time I try to start it. What I did now different is my coil. I think I had it plugged in wrong. This is a 6 volt or a 12 volt, and I have the feeling that I have to pass through the resistor if I use a 12 volt battery to bring this down to 6. So originally I think that this coil is a 6 volt. So I just I eliminated those wires and plugged it directly in to this coil, because you remember I was having spark, but it just wasn't enough lightning to start it. So let's see what happens now. Sure would be nice if it did start. I think I'm gonna get on it just in case this thing drives off. New strategy. Okay, so here's my setup. 12 volt battery, negative, positive. Really good fat jumper cables. Positive to the head nut. Negative, I just hit that, boom, right there. Should turn over. So, I got my 6 volt battery connection as it should be. And I bypassed my key switch because I don't have a key. And we'll give it a go. See what happens. Okay, so we all saw that. I'm going to try and put the muffler back in so it makes a little less noise. spike in oil pressure. So at least my oil pump is working. Petrol in here. I think we were going to try and start it with the 6-volt battery. See if she fires up. I want to see if my compression has come back from the dead on this one. If you recall, this one was low. Like in the 50s. Yeah, that's a nice color actually. Look at that. Nice sandy color. Let's see. Okay, we set up our starter. Wide open throttle, which it is. Put that down. There we go. Let's see. 100 psi. So those rings are freed up now. Yeah, baby. Let's check the first one. So I got fantastic compression. I know that these ones were at 100. Let's check this one. This was like at, I don't know, 75-ish, 80. I was a little worried about this one because the other day, that one was higher than this one, and then suddenly it dropped down to 50. So I was afraid that maybe, I don't know, the ring broke or something. Let's see what color. Huh. This one's not firing. It didn't fire, this one. We're gonna have to look into that. Okay, so 0. Let's hit this. So I got 110. See that? So that's good. That's come back. my rings unstuck. There's a problem with this. Could it be? I might have to change these. Okay, so that's a nice color. I mean, it's okay. It's a little on the lean side. I'm gonna have to adjust that carb a little better. See what this one gives. I have fantastic compression on this one. 110. Okay. I'm so glad because I thought I had to pull those pistons, and I didn't want to pull those pistons. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I'm just happy. Okay, so firing on the two front ones. I'm not firing on this one either. Okay. So we're firing on these two, but not on those two. What's the compression? $120. Fantastic. Very happy with that. Fantastic. So something wrong with these two fire hoses. We'll get it figured out. For now, we know it works. That's good news. So with a little bit of perseverance and some ATF and acetone, we freed up those rings. These two were not freed up completely, but by starting it, you know, it got hot and they worked themselves free. So now we're pretty much even. I mean, within 5% of difference. So that's cool. So the engine oil gauge works. This guy works the hour counter with the miles per hour, but as you saw, I didn't speed up that much to see if it needle goes up. The amperage gauge does not work. PTO works. I tried that. I gotta see how these sorry, seasonal allergies. I gotta see how we lift these guys up here. I wonder if it's not this lever here. Anyways, we're gonna try that out. But she moves forward, backwards. In fourth gear, she has a hard time. I think the thermostat might be jammed because it's just pissing out here. After once it gets hot, it really. So I don't want to screw anything up, but you heard that it was idling. That's pretty. What a weird machine. You know, it is what it is. Right now, starting it on the 6 volt, you know, it doesn't really want to. So I think we're going to be changing some wiring, and I'd like to get that 6 volt starting thing ironed out, because I'd rather have 6 volts. They say that they use these positive ground tractors for us. You know, one of the reasons was rust prevention. Isn't that strange? Anyways, so we know it starts. We know it moves forward and backwards. We know the PTO works. So now from there, we'll just keep on fixing some stuff. And now it's I think it's worth putting a bit of money into it, you know? I mean, like replacing these tires. I don't think that you really need to, but why not spoil her a little? We'll see. Man, that rim. Oh God, yeah. Is that? Oh, okay, that's the tire. It's not the rim. I'm not so sure. Oh yeah, the rim is completely blown out. That rim is gone. I gotta change the rim. Bummer. Yeah, we'll find one. So that's it. Now we're gonna go into stage 2, fixing everything. Like this thing here, the starter button doesn't work. I have to bypass the switch because I have no key. So, what else? A few things. Little odds and ends. We'll get her going. I'm confident. Alright. That's it for this video. I think that's enough for now. Just to be honest, I was getting discouraged with this. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one.